So good afternoon friends, this is 14th of October 2025 Tuesday. This is another batch in front of you. This is Group B from the third semester BSc HHE program of the Hotel Management course, and we have got a very good day today because the hot has gone and the coldness is coming slowly. We can enjoy the day, we can relish the day, we can cherish the day, and we can also tell you that please come to IHM Gwalior, please have a tour of IHM Gwalior as a tourist, as an inquirer, as a student, and as a citizen of our country. You know, IHM Gwalior is very famous for the food preparation, for the food service, front office, housekeeping, and the small courses or the non-regular courses, I will say. Our flagship courses, the 3-year BSc HHE program under the NCHMCT. The full form is National Council for Hotel Management and Catering Technology in Noida, and we are being controlled by the Honorable Apex Authority of the Jawaharlal Nehru University in New Delhi. So this is the batch of 2025-26. We are teaching them the food production, that is Indian culinary art practically. I am the faculty, that is the subject faculty of them, that is Bankim Joardar, head of the department, and quantity training kitchen in charge. I control the food production practical under the support of Mr. Brijmohan Gabrani and Mr. Suresh Ji. Our students are very much eminent. So today you will see a tribal cuisine from the state of Odisha. Our student supervisor, that is Mr. Tushar Singh, he will give you a short brief on the tribal cuisine of Odisha. I will join you very shortly.
Good afternoon viewers, my name is Tushar Singh and I am the third semester student of Institute of Hotel Management Gwalior. So today we have another cuisine which comes from Odisha. So Odisha basically is the state in India and the capital of Odisha is Bhubaneswar. Odisha is famous for their unique temples, cultures and their unique favorite dishes, in which we have famous dishes like your Jillu Ulu and your Basera, your Pakhara. There are so many famous dishes in which we have made. First of all, we will take a quick recap how many dishes we have made. So take a quick recap, cameraman. The first thing is Bodhi Chura. The second one is Pakhara. The third one is Jil Utu. The fourth one is Macho Bhaja. And the fifth one is Anda Alu. And the sweet dish we have also Mandia Jai. So before directly go to the food, I would like to say something about my college. I am the second year student of IHM Gwalior. You know, today this is my second time I am going to perform the role of supervisor. See, supervisor role is that kind of a role in which you have to use your application of mind. You have to see all the responsibilities. You have to manage all the responsibilities, and you have to also check out all the duties and responsibilities, like your teammates are doing that activity or not according to the time. So they are my teammates today. They generally they did a perfect job today, because I am the supervisor today, and I have seen some positivity, and I have also seen the energy in my teammates. That's why they have made their delicious dishes on time. You know, viewers, I am basically, when I came here, I saw IHM Gwalior. It's a #1 central government IHM according to the geographical boundaries, and IHM Gwalior is a very good campus for your hospitality industry. If you want to become hotelier in future, then definitely you should join Institute of Hotel Management Gwalior, because you know I got approximately 3,200 something rank, but still I choose IHM Gwalior for my career, because I know about the IHM Gwalior. I know about the faculties of IHM Gwalior. My cousin was also alumni of IHM Gwalior, and recently he is also working on a very good level. That's why I choose IHM Gwalior, because I know the reputation, I know the faculties, and I know the environment of IHM Gwalior, who provide lots of opportunity, who provide lots of knowledge. That's why I choose IHM Gwalior. So viewers, you should also join. If you want to become hotelier in future, you should also join IHM Gwalior and fill NCHMCT JEE admission form in the next year 2026. So now we are going to directly ahead to the food. The first thing we have salad. So salad in which we have cutted cucumbers, tomatoes, carrot and green chilies and lemon veggies on the top. So basically, first of all, we have to understand why we eat salad. See, salad basically provide proper immunity. Salad improve immunity system. Salad provide improve digestion system also, and salad also improve our skin. That's why we eat salad also, because without salad, I think food is incomplete totally. So the first most important ingredient we have bodhi chura, in which we are going to serve it as an appetizer, which is made by Satyanarayan and Santosh. So Satyanarayan, please tell me about the
My
bodhi
name is
chura.
Satyaran Bhagat. Today we prepared Bodhi Chura and my friend Santosh Narvadia or coriander, onion and all masalas and lemon slice. Supervisor, please taste.
Yeah, please give it to me so that I can taste it. Yeah, it's I think it's very much spicy according to me. But yeah, it's a crunchy taste because I can feel the taste of the crunchiness of the onions. So it also provides a very good crunchy taste, but it is little bit spicy. So next time you should keep this thing in your mind that it should not be very much expensive from next time. So well done, guys. The second thing we have pakhala, which is made by Rishabh. Please explain it to our viewers.
Namaskar everyone. My name is Rishabh Rathod. I am a student of third semester of IHM Gwalior. So first of all, I will thank you, supervisor, for giving me the opportunity to introduce the dish. So as our supervisor to tell us about the Odisha, their famous culture, their temples, their food cuisines. So from that beautiful food culture, food cuisines, we have a very nice dish which you can see in the camera, please cameraman, which is called pakhala. So it's a cold dish served cold to the guest. It's made by starchy rice. The rice, when the rice is 90% cooked, we take out the rice and as you can see the starchy liquid on the top. So it's a identification of the pakhala. And then we used raw onion, corianders and tomatoes, which completes the dish. So please, supervisor, have a
Yeah, please
taste
give
of
it
this
to me.
beautiful dish
Yeah,
and
please
please
give it to
pass
me.
your comments.
You should also taste it.
So thank you so much.
Yeah, as my teammate has said that it's a pakhala, it's a cold rice dish, and the most important thing that is it's a starchy based rice dish, and when I eaten this thing, I feel the starchiness in my mouth, and I can also feel the taste of onions, tomatoes, and the coriander for the garnishing on the top, and the curry patta, which is also provide a very unique taste. So Rishabh, you should also taste,
Yeah,
and please
Thank
pass
you.
your comment.
So let's have a taste of this beautiful dish. As I can feel the starchiness of the dish and the rawness of onion and tomatoes and coriander, which gives it a very beautiful taste, and it looks very beautiful. It's very beautiful and also taste. So let's move our second dish.
So next dish is jil utu, in which Rishabh has used fish basically. But viewers, I would like to tell you, generally when we made jil utu, we use pork meat. But today we didn't get that level of environment, so that's why we use fish. So please Rishabh, explain it.
Thank you so much. So first we take fish pieces. After first we
So that's why we use fish. So please Rishabh, explain it.
Thank you so much. So first we take fish pieces. After first we wash all the fish pieces properly. After the washing, we use we made the marination. For the marination, we use Indian spices like coriander masala, coriander powder, red chili powder, black paprika powder, and lemon juice and salt. After mixing all of them, we take it from rest for 20 minutes. And till the resting period of the fish, we prepare the gravy. We prepare the miso of the gravy like onion paste and ginger garlic and green chili paste.
Which gravy you have used in jil utu?
It's a red gravy, sir.
Red-
Yes.
What is the main ingredient for making red gravy?
Degi mirch and tomato puree.
Tomato
Yes.
puree.
So it's a spicy gravy. Basically, it's a spicy gravy. So we
And
use
which thing you have used for the garnishing or for jil utu?
Yes, we use a ginger julienne.
Julienne
Ginger
salt.
Yes. ginger julienne
Yes,
and coriander.
please, cameraman, please focus.
on the
These are the juliennes of ginger, okay, and coriander on the top. This thing he has used for the garnishing. Okay, please taste it. Yeah,
Please
please.
supervisor have a taste.
Give it to me, a very little portion, please.
Oh, sure. Please pass your comment. These are all the masalas are
Yeah, it is totally red gravy based fish curry as a recipe, G-Loku, and it's not very spicy one also. And as you can see, the oil is also not in a very high quantity because, as cameraman, please focus.
focus on that.
Oil is also not. Oil is separated in a very light quantity, but not very in a high quantity. So it's also a good thing that you have used while making this recipe. So I would like to request Mr. Bankim, sir, please you also tasted the gravy and pass your comment also.
I'm really delighted to have the gravy in my hand. I can see the quantity of the gravy is though little, but it's very much difficult to judge with this little quantity of the gravy because it has got full of oil. But after the visualization of the total dish, I have come to know the fact that the dish is not bad. It requires more practice, and more specifically, friends, you know that we do not belong to that particular region. That is why the problem is we do not know the dish also. The dish which has been prepared by our students under the guidance of Mr. Brindmohan Gabrani, that is only like on the basis of the recipe, on the basis of the photograph, on the basis of the information collected from various expert chefs. But that is why I say that whenever you want to make some dish, have the knowledge first. I will have it first. Let me pass the comment. Spiciness is perfect, oil is perfect, and the flavor of the other ingredients is very much available. And it's not like throwable, like after having that dish in the mouth, people will not think that I must leave it and I must quit the service area. It's not the case. Because in most of the dishes what happens, if the maker of the dish is for the first time, there are many major mistakes. So here I'm very much proud to say that no such major mistake has taken place. Whatever the mistakes are there, that is rectifiable. So friends, please come to IHM Gwalior for learning such kind of dishes, and we are under the umbrella of the Honorable Authority of the National Council for Hotel Management, Noida. So we are waiting for you. After that we have got the next dish, that is Machu Bhaja.
Cameraman, please focus here. Yeah, so Rishabh, please explain it.
Yes, sure.
The another dish which you have made today.
Good
That is
afternoon,
macho bhaja.
everyone. My name is Yash Pushpa. I am a second year student. So my dish is a macho bhaja. So ingredients like if it's Indian masala like mustard oil, haldi powder, salt, and preparation. First step if is preparation. First step if is cutting all cuttings and properly wash, no bloods. And the second steps, Indian masala like haldi powder, salt, turmeric powder, etc. Third steps, and only 20 minutes rest. Third steps, only solo fry and ready for this. So supervisor, please have a taste.
Yes, could you tell me the first thing, like which thing you have used for the garnishing for the macho bhaja? Tell me.
Onion juice, onion juice.
Okay, onion rings, lemon wedges, and coriander.
Right.
Okay, on the top, as you can see, cameraman, please focus here. He has used coriander on the top and onion rings and lemon wedges for the garnishing, because without this thing, it is difficult to eat this thing. And if we use this garnishing, then we can also get a very unique taste. So while eating macho bhaji, so please give it to me, a little portion of this fish. Please give it to me.
Oh, yeah.
Give it to me, give it to me. Yeah, it's a very difficult one to eat. But it looks so delicious, guys, you know. It looks so cameraman, please focus here. As you can see, the consistency, the color of this fish is good, and yellowish thing is also inside. So that means, and the oil is also not there. Yeah, it's perfectly cooked, and it's soft also while chewing, and it also not very chewing. because they shallow fry it very properly, and it's very sweet. Good, guys, perfect. Rishabh, yes, you have made a perfect things today, and I know today we have a very less manpower, but still they made 3 things in a day. So a very proud
Thank you
moment
so much,
for.
Supervisor, for these golden words.
So next thing is anda aloo, which is made by Vivek Khare. Vivek Khare, please explain it.
इसको बनाने के लिए पहले आलू पोटैटो को सौते किया गया है, उसके बाद हरी मिर्ची और लहसुन और प्याज और अदरक का पेस्ट बनाया गया है, उसको फ्राई किया गया है, डीपली फ्राई किया गया है, मतलब नॉन सॉल्ट वगैरह अदरक वगैरह उसमें डाला गया है, कुछ टेस्ट है।
Yes, please. Cameraman, please focus here and check the consistency of the gravy is also not very thin or thick, and the oil is separated. That means the gravy is perfectly cooked. Now I would like to check the spices in this gravy. Yeah, it's good. It's not very much spicy, and salt is there, and oil is also not in a very more quantity, but I would like to show you. Cameraman, please focus here. I think oil is in this recipe is in a very high, more quantity. I think you can see, cameraman. These are the quantity of the oil which is separated in this gravy. So from the next time, I think you should use a less oil while making this anda aloo recipe from the next time. So please keep this thing in your mind. Okay. Otherwise, the dish is perfect and the taste of the dish is already good. Fantastic. So now we have the last dish, that is Mandiya Jai. That is a sweet dish which is made by Saksham and Kavya Sejwar. So please explain it.
Namaskar viewers, my name is Kavya Sejwar and today I prepared Mandi Jai, sweet dish of Odisha. So firstly I took jaggery flour and ragi flour, firstly I have took ragi flour, then add milk and add elaichi powder and sugar syrup. Then after that I boiled it, and after thickening, then I garnished it with dry fruits. Please, Prasad Singh.
Yes, please. Give it to me.
Yes.
Give a little portion from the top, please. Give a little portion. Okay, don't worry. Okay. Yeah, it's not very much sweet. The balancing of the sweet level is perfectly done, and they use almonds, pistachio, and basically on the top, as you can see, these are the two. Both the recipes are same, but one they didn't use milk, and the another one they use milk. That's why. And it's the thickness is also good. Sir, I would like to request Bankim Singh, please, you also taste it and pass a comment on Monday, please.
Friends, this is the golden moment that I am having an opportunity to taste this dish. This dish is typically from Odisha, and this has got a totally different recognition. I'll just have it. It's giving me a delicious sensation, totally different. It's a tribal sensation, and above all, this dish has got full of nutrition. So friends, I don't have any second word to praise it, because final word is excellent, beautiful. But still, there can be the room for improvement. You are the watchers, you are the viewers of this video. If you have any objection, any doubt, any query, you please send us a comment in the comment box, and we will give you the reply anytime. So friends, we have got the episode of today at the end session, and we request you that please come to IHM Gwalior to take admission. So without taking much time, I thank my student supervisor, Mr. Tushar Singh. These are all my students. They're very much eminent. So thank you very much. Wherever you are, please take care. Stay safe, stay healthy, stay nice, stay jolly, stay blessed by the Almighty God. Thank you.